Hello, my friends. How are you? Happy Monday. It's Katie Rubin, your friendly, modern-day mystic, energy healer, divine light channel. So lovely to see you, except that I can't. I hope your Monday is treating you well. I've got humidity working on my side or against me. I guess it depends on how you frame it. Look what humidity does to the Katie hair. I'm kind of liking it because then I don't have to get a crimper. Do people still crimp their hair? Are the 80s still happening? Listen, I've gone into your Akashic Records before pressing play, believe it or not, and I've got a 3-card spread for you here that's pretty damn solid. In the recent past, we have the Balancing Act card. We're going to talk about that in a moment. In the present moment, we've got Follow the Leader card. This is a card about you've been through some shit, you've done your healing work, you've gained some wisdom. Now, please trust that. Trust that your wisdom is real and that you are a leader and you get to pull people forward with what you've learned about life. And the outcome card is the movement card. Isn't that interesting? Let us find out what Colette Baron-Reid has to say about all of this. So in the recent past, we have the Balancing Act. There are times when things may seem a bit topsy-turvy and it feels as if you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. So this is that thing where you're like getting harried and frazzled and running around doing 97 things because you're a dynamic individual and you want to do a bunch of stuff. Come on. And the universe is going like, in the recent past, you've probably had to say to yourself like, okay, we can't do 60 things in an hour. Let's do a thing this hour and let's get back to spiritual center and go, wait a minute, what's actually required? Like, what do I actually need to be doing versus what do I want to be doing? So many things in life are about what is needed rather than what is wanted. Have you noticed? Now, you got balanced in the recent past, or the universe was challenging you to do so. I don't know if you actually showed up for it, but like apparently that's what we were being challenged to do. In the present moment, this brings us to the 40 card, the Follow the Leader card. Now, this is a card that shows up for me a lot in my readings with myself. A lot. So let me read what she says and I'll say something about that. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you, for sure. You are being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. Isn't that sweet? Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There's another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. You've been through some shit. You've learned some things. You've gained the talisman of wisdom. And, the way I always hear this card is I hear it as saying to me, you get to trust the wisdom you've gained. You get to know that you're a leader and you get to lead people because you've actually been through some shit and you've done a lot of work around it. So this is the present moment we're in. We're being reminded that that's who we are. And chances are good if you're somebody watching a lady do a 3-card spread, you're someone who's been through some shit because spiritual people usually have been through some shit. That's how we get spiritual. Or you just show up spiritual, in which case the shit you've been through was in a past life. Good for you. Now, own the talisman of wisdom that you've been given from your past lives. It's time to own it and step into that shit. Why? Because right around the corner is coming some movement. And let's see the variety of movement that's arising. You are in a time of positive forward motion. This is the time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. And we are coming out of a retrograde soon. I don't remember when, but soon. Or maybe we just came out of it. That seems right. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. Wah, wah. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. This is not the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. Let it go, let it go. Morning voice. Oh my God. Don't hold it back anymore. Is that even the lyric? I don't remember. I'm just pretty. I don't know stuff. It's not true. Yeah, this one seems real clear to me, you guys, real simple. Recently, we've been asked by the universe, reminded, encouraged, pushed, nudged to settle it down and remember what's actually most important. You can't pull yourself in 80 directions and expect to kind of move forward. That'll take you in 80 directions, which is lateral, not forward, right? And then, okay, so we calmed down, we took a breath, and now we get to own the wisdom that we've earned. You've lived a life, you've done some work, you've gained some wisdom, own it. The outcome being things are shifting and changing. You're moving forward. You're getting to do so. And that's right around the corner. We're going to be in movement. And I like how she says movement is a state of mind. It's true. It's like I was talking with a student yesterday in one of my healing classes about the idea that the only constant is change. You know, you've heard this before. The only constant is change. Everything's in constant flux and change. I am a person whose life is built around that idea. There's just no settling and now we're done. There's arrival at moments and arrival at states and stations of the heart and arrival at new levels of healing and wholeness and integration. But then something new arises, whether it's from the outside or the inside. Change is the only constant. And so my point of view is if change is always going to be a thing and change is always occurring, what we want with the stability, the only stability we can actually seek is internal. And for me, that stability comes through my spiritual connection, which is a thing I carry with me in every moment. So right now I'm connecting down into my low belly and feeling the peace and calm that lives there. And that's always available to me now from having connected to spirit and healed all my trauma stuff. Now it's I can just sit in the seat of peace within me. So whoever's doing crazy around me or whatever job stuff or worldly money, whatever stuff is going on, I can always sit in the seat of peace in the middle of me. And from there, change being the only constant isn't such a scary idea. To that end, I am running a special this week. If you need a healing session or if you could use a reading, if you have specific questions you'd like to ask the divine, my normal cost of private sessions is $250 per hour. I'm running a special where if you book by this Friday for sometime this week or next week only, and actually if you need it 3 weeks out, that's okay too. So book by Friday and it's $189 instead of $250. Book by this Friday for this week or next week or the week after that. I love you guys so much. Oh, and if you're not enjoying the podcast already, please check out All the Answers podcast. We have a really good time. It's sassy, irreverent fun. It's free. It's everywhere you get podcasts. It's called All the Answers. My co-host Cassidy Brown and I are very funny, I must say. And then we do an Akashic Records reading with our guest. Or if we don't have a guest, we read for the collective, or we read for Cassidy, or we read for me, or we just gab about different consciousness ideas. We get a lot into the Enneagram. We get a lot into human design. We get a lot into the Akashic Records. We're into all things consciousness. So come hang out with us. All the Answers, everywhere you get podcasts. And don't forget to book your discounted healing session. You can book that. If you want to book it now, just Venmo at Katie the Rubin. KatieTheRubin, and send that $189 and I'll email you and we'll set up a time. I love you guys. Have a good day. Take care of you.